Anti-ICE protests still raging in Minneapolis and showing no signs of letting up. And an internal Friday email sent to city employees confirming the city is working with, quote, partners and community groups to track ICE activity and share information. This as the DOJ opens an investigation into Governor Walz and Mayor Frey for allegedly impeding law enforcement efforts in the state. Fox News contributor Bill McGurn joining us now. Bill, this is remarkable that you have city officials emailing, putting it in writing that they are working with protesters to track ICE when their city policies, sanctuary policies, have protected illegal criminal aliens.
Yeah, I mean, they should be cooperating with ICE. And if they did, we probably wouldn't have a lot of these incidents that we're seeing now. It's inviting tragedy. And we already saw with Miss Good shooting, if she had stayed in her car and got out when the cops asked her to, she'd be walking around today. It's as simple as that. The burden is on the people who are doing what they shouldn't be doing and disobey lawful orders.
You know, Bill, so when I interviewed Mayor Frey, he argued with me a little bit about the status of Minneapolis being a sanctuary city. They make it fancy and call it a separation ordinance. It's not a sanctuary, but yet you look at the policies and they specifically do not cooperate with ICE. The city council just weeks ago actually went a step further and passed a little policy to say that the ICE vehicles were forbidden to park on government parking lots. They're leaning into this. And so I just, Rachel and I were talking a little earlier, it doesn't seem like this is a winning play to go anti-ICE, which takes us back to how we got here, which all begins with the reckless open border policies of the previous administration.
Well, you're right, but it is a winning play for them if they want to please the activists. Minneapolis is a very liberal city. They pride themselves on their liberalism, and they think they're standing up to the federal government. Whether they're doing it lawfully is another question. Much was made about, can you take pictures? I don't think people would care so much about taking photos if there was not the hint of violence in the back. Look, the woman who got killed was a menace. She's driving a car. Clearly, the officer thought his life was in danger, and we're going to see a lot more tragedies like that. You can't play around when there are people with guns around.
And it seems a bit surprising that officials like Mayor Frey don't care about their residents' actual safety.